So how old is Feng Shui? Um, Actually, Feng Shui is, of all the traditional knowledge of the East, Feng Shui is the oldest, it is the most ancient, it is the knowledge that precedes everything else. Um, and we can find evidence of Feng Shui in archaeological sites that are dated 10,000 years old. So Feng Shui developed in different provinces of China under different names, and the name was usually associated to the name of the master who was developing a certain brand of Feng Shui and who practiced and taught it. That doesn't mean that Feng Shui is only that old. Feng Shui is much older than that. It's just that it began being known with a common name around that time. Now, also around that time, some Feng Shui masters started incorporating Chinese astrology and Chinese numerology to Feng Shui. But Feng Shui had developed for thousands of years before that without ever having any input from astrology or numerology. And so, let me tell you now why I do not use astrology and numerology in Feng Shui. Feng Shui practitioners that use astrology and numerology also use a compass, a magnetic compass, and sometimes I say I do not use the compass, but I actually do use a compass. But I only use the compass in the Feng Shui consultations to determine where the south is. In the United States, the sun goes from the southeast to the southwest. So, and I would consult the compass only for climatic considerations to figure out where the sun is going to be coming from or where the strongest winds are going to be hitting the property. But I do not use a compass in order to do astrological or numerological calculations. The reason I do not use a compass to do astrological and numerological calculations, to do Feng Shui consultations, is that I have found that you don't need to do this in order to have great Feng Shui. And I also have found that people in the Western culture, people in the United States and Europe and Australia, which is part of our Western culture, even though it's Far East, that they do not respond well to the idea of there being positive areas and negative areas in the home. The most common situation that I find when somebody calls me to do a consultation in their home or workplace, after they have had a practitioner of Compass School Feng Shui consult for them, is that they are afraid. They have become afraid of certain areas of their home because the Feng Shui practitioner told them that a certain room or a certain area in their business is bad luck for them. So they start neglecting that area of the home, and then it sort of becomes like a self-realized prophecy. There's In the Compass School Feng Shui, they use the compass to map out the life areas on the floor plan, and I also map out the life areas on the floor plan, but I do not do it by the compass. I do it by the location of the main door. Basically, I've set up the career area. I line up the career area with the center of the wall that holds the main door in a building, and that is how I map out the life areas in the building, and I have found this works much better. There are very sound psychological reasons, the way our mind works and the way our brain is wired. There are very good reasons to do it this way, but there's also physiological reasons. Remember I told you previously that my rule of thumb was comparing Feng Shui, the health of the space, to the health of the body. So there are very good reasons why it makes more sense to map out the bagua on the floor plan based on the location of the main entrance than it is to do it by the directions. And in the next video, I'm gonna do a tutorial on the computer to show you why I reached that decision.